Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Neville and welcome to Selective Imagery. Join me for a holiday thank you. Hello everyone, this is Jeff Neville for Selective Imagery. So instead of doing a comical poem for the Christmas holiday season, I decided I would just do a holiday thank you for all of you that have supported the channel over the last 3.5+ years. And as we approach this Christmas season, I take time to reflect on my photographic adventures, my progress or lack thereof, and the continuing joy I get from having a YouTube channel, and especially the live streams that we do twice a month. My channel started in April of 2022, and I looked at my first video, which was basically testing a program to allow me to do a live stream. And this was in part due to wanting to continue Chuck's efforts to with the community he established. And of course, unfortunately he had suffered a stroke and was incapacitated for a while he was getting treatment and recovering. And so we wanted to keep things going. So I was like in a panic trying to try out different programs to do live stream events. And as I was doing an experiment with one of them, a handful of people, found me and started popping up in the chat. It was kind of a funny and interesting thing. And of course, that evolved into at least continuing the Saturday shows at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in support of our friend Chuck. And so over the last 3.5+ years, in terms of the live streams, we went from, like I said, we continued doing it weekly for a considerable amount of time, and those shows really had no cutoff time. I mean, sometimes we went from 9 in the morning till 3 in the morning. However, we never tried to break Chuck's record. I remember one time he started at 9, and Mozman and I left at, I think, around midnight or 12:30 because we were getting together for a photo shoot the next day, and we wanted to get some sleep. And at 7:30 in the morning, Tim says to me, "Hey, look, Chuck's doing another show." And then we realized it was the same show. So, that was probably a YouTube record for the longest continuous live stream. So no surprise. Chuck always had plenty to talk about and say and keep people going. And but anyway, like I said, we continued as a weekly for quite a while, and then we decided to try to cut back to continue pursuit of our photographic endeavors, and we just had the monthly photo review, which eventually got renamed. We changed to the Photo Lounge live stream image review, and there was I think people really missed not getting together more than once a month, and so there was a little bit of a push and drive to try to at least have a second show. And that would not have happened without the support, a lot of support from my friend Gustavo and the other members on the panel that come on and support us every show. And I just want to that show, which happened to be on the third Saturday of every month, was geared more towards talking about gear and rumors and sharing of people's photo adventures if they went on a trip and they wanted to share images and techniques and things that they found, and how they packed their gear for the trip and that type of thing. And Also, certain techniques, certain specialty photography endeavors, such as astrophotography, which we've had a ongoing series with astrophotography, and we've gotten a lot of folks from the chat that have some people have teamed up and collaborated together, especially on the astrophotography part, which is great. We're getting um, people in the community working together to put together presentations to do in that third week of the month, general discussion live stream, and it's been a blast. And I look back and I don't even remember exactly when it was, but I I was watching the Hagen show, and he did an invite for people that were in the chat if they wanted to come on the panel. So I don't know why, but I decided to do that. And I was on the panel and participated on the show for a little bit. And then I started following Chuck's show, Chuck Talks, and uh, got involved with supporting his show on a regular basis. He had a Wednesday show that was catered to the European audience. That was 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and then on a Saturday he would have another show at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time uh, that catered more to the U.S. Audience. And as far as I'm concerned, we developed and continue to have a close friendship. I mean, I wish I lived closer where I could see him and talk to him more often. And I just want to thank him for continuing to come on the live streams that we do. And I'm thankful he's continuing to progress with his recovery, with his speech therapy, and we're seeing it improve consistently, and that's fantastic. And Chuck, in my mind, I mean, meeting him and his wife Maribel was really, really a thrill, and I felt like it was somebody I've known for a long, long time when I met him, and he is just simply put a class act. He always will be, and we all owe him thanks for what he started on Chuck Talks, I believe back in 2018. Obviously, I wasn't part of that back in 2018, but he started off on his own, not knowing whether he'd be able to launch a show, and obviously it worked out very, very well. And all we have tried to do, is provide a place for those same people who were loyal followers of Chuck's channel to still be able to get together on occasion. I mean, now it's just twice a month, but many of them have continued to participate, and that's a great thing. And Chuck supports us and does come on the show regularly. And obviously the channel itself, in particular the live stream portion, would not be a success if not for our supporting cast of characters, as I call them, who appear as panel members week after week, just consistently there. We have some that are there, basically every week. We have other great individuals that show up and get involved with the channel, when they can. I mean, they work, they have limited availability, but they're just as valuable, and it's great when they come on as well, when time permits. All these folks are very special to me, mean a lot to me. The support, I wouldn't do it without them. Simply put, would not happen. I want to give a special call out to my friend Gustavo. We would not have 2 live streams a month if it wasn't for him. We would just have the one show that I was doing with the images, and I was trying to throttle back a little bit. It's a lot of preparation time. How Chuck managed to do 2 shows a week for so many years is beyond me. It does take a lot of time and effort, and thankfully Gustavo has really put in a lot of time to, you know, help keep that third week of the month show going and being a huge contributor to the success of that show. So I want to thank him personally for that. And obviously the our other cast of characters that support both live streams, you know, totally invaluable. I mean, you know, you got Roy Bixby and David Stewart. You know, they were on Chuck's show for quite a while too, and they carried over. Um, you know, like I said, Chuck the man, Egan himself, uh, comes on the show for a while every time we do it. We got Tim Jacobs, aka Mozman. We got Randall Brander, John Ishii, who comes on from time to time. Luis Piera, who is a recently newbie, but shares invaluable information on the types of species of birds and animals that he photographs in his travels. Did a nice presentation, beautiful presentation on Costa Rica, photography in Costa Rica, and a lot of other places. We get occasional visits from Joe Stroud, who just does some majestic, you know, really, really nice imagery. And Joey Hubbard from Canada, who we hope to get showing up a little bit more and doing a presentation maybe sometime early next year. Ron Pollard, you know, big fan of his. You know, he used to come on Chuck's show on occasion, comes on our show and says hi in the chat and checks on us. And wonderful human being, fantastic photographer. We have Sanja Paul Singh, who's you know, doing a special world premiere again on our channel on January 14th at 12 p.m. noon time, Eastern Standard Time. So be there or be square. And I also want to thank Wayne Maddox for his dedicated involvement in the early days of me doing the live stream. He was a voice in the video content creation, all the features on the new cameras as changes were drastically you know, leaps and bounds. Every time a new camera came out, the video capabilities would change drastically, and Wayne kept track of all this stuff, and he had multiple cameras, and he was really, really good about talking about the video part of cameras, of the hybrid mirrorless camera systems that were out there. So we appreciate the time he spent coming on the channel. So now the question is, what's new for the channel and the live streams for 2026? Well, in terms of the live streams, you know, I anticipate we're going to continue with the image review the first Saturday of every month, and continue with the general discussion live stream the third Saturday of every month. As I said, we're going to have that world premiere content on January 14th with Sanja Paul Singh himself. And we will continue. We have some more astrophotography related presentations that are being worked on. And we have other presentations that will be forthcoming, you know, as well, you know, from panel members and people in the chat. Regarding other video content on my channel, I hope to make time. You know, time is something that's, my wife's retired now, so I'm trying to spend more time doing things with her. You know, some stuff that I may have done, I throttled back on, which is fine. You know, my life is not just doing this, and you know, I make a whopping $0.00 doing it, so I just do it because I like to, which is the case on most of the people who join us on these shows. But I hope to, you know, do some more episodes of Thanks for the Memories where I talk about vintage cameras. I mean, I've acquired quite a few other vintage cameras since my last Thanks for the Memories episode, so I hope to put together some more. I think I'll, instead of trying to do, sometimes I used to do 3, 4, 5 cameras in a video. I'm going to try to limit it to maybe two cameras per video, or maybe even one, to try to keep the time reasonable. I'm sure I put people to sleep a few times with the ones that I did before. And I hope to put out some general nature videos next year as well. And I want to try some different, try to put a little more level quality on the video content as well. Now, and last but not least, certainly not least, a special thank you to all of you that on the live streams, come in the chat. You are there show after show after show after show, and providing us support, sharing information, asking questions, enjoying the content, I hope, of the show, or you wouldn't be coming back. But if you weren't there, we wouldn't be. We would not, if we didn't have, this core group of people that show up over and over and over again, we wouldn't do a live stream. It wouldn't survive. Okay, we don't do promotional videos or this, that, or the other, and we've never tried to monetize the channel, and neither did Chuck. I mean, monetization was the last thing on our mind. It's basically, if it were to happen, fine. If it never happens, fine. But I've never done stuff for the express reason of trying to make money off of the channel. And I've succeeded. I haven't made anything. I'm going to, in conclusion, I'm just going to steal a line that I wrote sincerely wrote in an email to a friend of the channel. And it really implies is just as important for everyone that comes here and goes on the channel. I'm just going to say, may all of you have a blessed holiday season. May your camera bag get fuller and your photo opportunities greater. And take care, everyone. Thank you so much for making 2025 another great year, in my opinion, for the show and for all of us that participate and enjoy it. And let's hope that we keep things going for 2026. And wish you well. I wish you a happy New Year early. Let's hope it's an even better year than what we had this year. So take care.